Hey guys, what's happening? Hope you're all doing good. This video, as you probably noticed from the description, is kind of revisiting a pedal that I've done because I didn't really do it right the first time when I demonstrated it, as a lot of people have pointed out and asked me to do sort of an update on it. I kind of did in another video, but it was just to explain a repair. Anyway, I'm going to delete that video because it's really not the most accurate demonstration of this pedal. And the pedal I'm talking about is, of course, the Sunn Model T preamp that I built a while ago, which I've now labeled, as you can see, with a nice picture of Sunn, both because of the name of the pedal and because they're actually known for using a lot of Sunns in their sound. Anyway, what I'm going to do for this demonstration is I'm going to plug this pedal directly into the return of my amp. So I'm going to bypass the amp's preamp and use this as the actual preamp. In addition to that, I've since also built a Catalan-bred Naga Viper clone, which is a treble booster, but it's also a full range booster. So I'm going to put that in front of this so that when I hit that, it will goose this and we'll get a more accurate representation of the boosted sound of this. So hopefully this will be a much better sound demonstration anyway. So I'm going to go set that up and we'll hear what it sounds like when I'm finished. Alright, so we're all set up. Now, one of the problems I mentioned in the first video was that the input switch, when it was in the middle position, gave no signal, so it was acting like a standby. I've repaired that. Long story short, the switch was wired backwards because there's two different types of those kinds of switches. So once I wired it properly, now the middle position of the switch gives us a bridge of both channels. So I'll be able to demonstrate that as well. I changed the Yamaha's tuning to just plain open C, just for the hell of it. And so we'll get a bass sound with the input switch is currently on the normal channel. Volume is maxed, and everything else is at noon. And the treble booster is currently off. So we'll see what that gives us. So not too bad. Kind of quiet, to be honest, so let's crank this normal gain some and see what we get. It's already starting to get crunchy, so we'll set it to maximum. It's kind of a nice, pleasant sound. Might as well crank both channels just so that when I switch down here to the normal channel or to the bright channel, we'll see what that sounds like in comparison. So you can see there's a huge difference between the two channels, and the normal one is really bassy, but that's okay. The bright one's quite bright, especially in comparison. So let's see what we get in the middle with both gains cranked. So we get a bit more crunch, and it's still pretty thick, and seems like it has a lot of sustain, but nice and crunchy, but definitely not what you would call high gain. So I'm assuming that's where the booster comes into play. Honestly, I wish I had a rat or a rat clone, but I haven't made one yet. It's definitely on my list, so when I do, hopefully that'll be part of that demonstration. But until then, you just have to be satisfied with a treble boost, and then I'll do a full range boost just to see what we get. So for now, the range is set to treble. I'll start with the boost halfway, and I'll leave the heat all the way down. So let's see what we get with both channels bridged and both gains maxed. So still, not really what you would call a high gain, but it's getting closer. So let's see what happens when we crank the boost all the way. We'll still leave it as a treble booster, and let's see what we get. Getting there. So let's I know this, when you crank the heat all the way, it gets pretty ridiculous, so we'll just leave it right about 1 o'clock or so, and we'll see what happens. I like how thick that it stays, even though this is a treble booster. I mean, the preamp is so dark. It really gives it a pleasant sound. So let's change the range. Let's put it halfway first and see what happens there. Now we seem to be getting closer to that drone sound, as it really is bass heavy. So let's see what we get at the fullest range. Wow, that's pretty incredible. Let me just change up guitars real quick, and we'll try something different. Alright, so I've switched to my Gibson Explorer, which is tuned half step down. We've gone to the bright channel on the preamp, and the boost, we're going to give it full boost. We're going to drop the heat, and the range will stay about halfway. And let's see what happens. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this pedal this time. Hopefully this was a much better demonstration for you guys. I certainly think it shows off what the pedal can do more so than the last video. And yeah, anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd like to hear it. So thanks as always for watching, guys. I'll put the link in the description if you would like to build one of these for your own, and if you like the sound of the Naga Viper, I'll put that link in the description as well. So again, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Take it easy.